Hello, everyone. We are live on the Braid Boss podcast and radio show on WMRR. Thank you so much for joining me. We are happy to be here. We are on for the first time, so we're trying to set things up and make sure that it's all good. So bear with us just a second while we finalize everything that needs to be finalized for our show tonight. We got some pretty good stuff coming up for you. Make sure that you join in. There'll be some questions and a whole lot of things that you can participate in. First, I want to again welcome you. Thank you for watching. Tonight, we are going to be talking about some of the latest news, trends, stories from around the way, and everything that is all beauty, hair, and, braids. It wouldn't be the Braid Boss without braids. So get yourselves ready. We've got an hour ride together. It's going to be fun. It always is. So stay tuned.
Take care of your natural hair. Illuminate your skin and bring out the queen in you with the best natural hair care products on the market. Kayla's Beauty Supply is black owned and provides the most popular hair care products for women of color by women of color. Be bold, be fierce, be radiant. Kayla's Beauty Supply provides your favorite beauty and hair care products as seen on TV, from natural skincare, body butters, and oils. Always in stock, popular top name brands. She Balm, Ete, Design Essentials, Shea Moisture, Cantu, and Dark and Lovely. Specializing in human hair, lace frontals, and closures. Mink eyelashes, full lace 360 wigs, quality braiding hair, barber supplies, hair and jewelry accessories, and more. Shop Kayla's Beauty Supply, located at 6980 Pembroke Road in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Delivery now available for orders over $25.
All right. We are back. Close the door. Thanks again for watching. So before we get started, like I said, we've got some pretty exciting topics to talk about tonight. And it would not be the Braid Boss if we were not talking about braids. But before we jump into everything, I have to say this is our first show that is on FM radio. And this one is dedicated to my late mother, Deborah Prophet, who I promised that I would continue on in the beauty industry. And therefore, we are here and we are doing it. And as a tribute to her, this first one is for her. So, with much love, we're going to continue. And I know she's looking down, very proud. So, Mom, this one's for you. All right, so let's get into the headlines. So, a whole lot has been going on in the beauty industry, like a ridiculous amount of things. So I'm going to start with, we got a couple of things to talk about tonight. So let's just go over that. Number one, what in the hair is going on? What's on everybody's mind? And that is in your pockets. Just, are you getting enough braid for your buck? We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about some really interesting, cool, affordable things that I found about braids, which I think is amazing and in line with what we're talking about. We're going to spill a little bit of tea on me. I know there have been a lot of questions about where I've been and what's been going on and where I am and all of that. We're going to get to all of that. And then we're going to do a little bit of braider shout outs and what I like to call horrors of the braid shop. So, yeah. All right. So, what in the hair is going on? This one starts out with this really cool news article that I found in the North Carolina A&T Register. And I've got some clients and probably some graduates from North Carolina A&T. So if that is you, make sure that you drop me something in the chat or say something about your school. When, if you can. But this news article was super cool. It was entitled, it's about affordable hair braiders. And these braiders have really heard the heartbeat of what's going on in the beauty industry and are answering the call. So sit tight, and we're going to talk about it in just 1 second. Okay. Thanks for giving me that break. Okay. So these students at North Carolina A&T have answered the call of people in North Carolina, primarily students who are just at the point of they just can't afford these braids. So a lot of these students are criminal justice. There's a criminal justice major. There is a liberal arts student, a marketing student, and a computer science student. Those were the ones that were featured on this in this article today. And basically what they're doing is they're looking around saying, look, people are going to get their hair done. Okay, they're just going to do it. But the pricing has gone through the roof. And I'm sure that some of you all are experiencing that same thing. Like, it's really getting out of hand. But when I found this article, I saw a lot of myself in it. And I'm sure a lot of you braiders who may have studied one thing or thought you were going to be, I don't know, a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer or something else. And you could very well be that or have been that and have decided that, you know what, I'm going to follow my passion and do hair. So I just thought that this is really inspiring for you braiders out there that may be listening, or if you want to become a braider or you're thinking about getting into the beauty industry, yet society or mom and dad or sister, brother, somebody in your family, you know, a loved one is kind of pulling you away from it. Look, these students up here at North Carolina A&T have decided they're taking matters into their own hands, dropping the price, doing what needs to be done in order to spread their talent, maintain their and keeping their majors. Like they're still doing their thing, but I just thought that was cool. Now, the thing about that is that leads me into my next point. And that is Atlanta and Miami. What are we doing down here? Some of these prices are just ridiculous. Like it's really out of control. And I'm saying that as a salon owner. I get it. I know I know. But braiders, stylists, and amateurs, those who have kind of watched a few videos and have decided that they are now professional, we need to talk. Like, we really need to talk. And we're going to talk right now. Y'all, please, you cannot watch 2 YouTube videos that are 5 minutes long, get one mannequin one time, and now you're a professional braider charging someone $400 and $500 to do their hair. Like, y'all, we have to, we got to stop this, like, for real. So I was out shopping the competition, and I actually found someone who does what I do. Most of y'all know I'm a tree braid specialist. That's what I've been doing for probably about a very long time. A long time. But y'all, I found someone who does what I do, and I'm not going to say whether or not they went to my braid school. You know who you are. But charging $575 for a basic service without the hair included is too much. Now that's just too much. I mean, come on. Does anybody out there know what I'm talking about? You can drop something in, if you're on Facebook Live, you can let me know what are you seeing when you call to get your hair braided? Is it like ridiculous prices? Is it getting to the point where like it's out of control? I want you to talk to me. I'm going to take a moment to respond back. I see Ms. Doris. Hey, I see you. I see you all reaching out on Facebook, on WMMR's page, on my page. Oh, there's Charlita. Hello, darling. There is Miss McKee, Akira, Evergreen. Thank you. How are you? Thank you all for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. Right now, we're talking about pricing on these braids. Has anyone? Hey, Flora. Thanks for joining. Oh, I love you. How are you? Shout out to Miss Flora. She is an amazing prophetess, has prayed over me and prophesied to me. She is just amazing. Hello, darling, and your family. Hey, Miss Jackie, how are you? Tonight, we're talking about these braid prices. Are they ridiculous? Have you called around, tried to find someone to do your hair, and it's just been ridiculous? Let me know. Drop in the chat, drop in, and let me know what you're finding. I found someone charging almost $600 for a basic service that I thought was just out of control. And the reason I really want to talk to these braiders tonight, because y'all, we are a part of our client's family. Like, whether you recognize it or not, we are a part of our client's family. Don't price yourself out to where you become the special occasion hairstyle, which is normally once a month for the birthday, for the fancy dinner or something that they're going to. Make yourself a part of your client's life. Be reasonable. And I teach a class on this at my braid school. And it comes in, well, 2 parts. There's a vision board class that I do. And then there's another class that teaches you how to price yourself. And I'm going to say this again. Watching a YouTube video 1 or 2 times, doing it on a mannequin, you're not a professional. You have to have some experience. You have to treat people how you want to be treated. And I say that hesitantly because everybody doesn't know how to treat themselves. So maybe you should just use the rule of just do right. If you know that you're not experienced and you know that you just learned this, tell your client. Your client will be more inclined to let you practice on them, to give you feedback and say, hey, this was too loose. This was too tight. This was the wrong color for me. All little things like that you can do if you are just honest. Stop charging these people $500 and $600 and $700. They're only going to come to you one time, and it's not right anyway. Yeah, I said it. I know. I still love you, but I got to tell you the truth. And one more thing. I hear people say, well, oh, my worth. Well, I'm worth $1 million. I actually had one student in my class say that she was worth about $100,000 an hour to do someone's braids. That is true. That is a true story. And my response to her was, you know what? I believe you. Unfortunately, in this market, in this industry, you're not going to get paid $100,000 per hour to do someone's hair right now, and you do not know what you are doing. So, braiders, be honest with yourself, get some training, get some experience, and let's do our clients right. Bring back the days when people were happy, when the braiders were a part of their life. It was a line item on their budgets, and it wasn't a ridiculous amount of money. Okay. And if you have questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Help you price your stuff, help you do all of that. I promise. All right. I love you, my audience who are here. Please drop me some lines about that. If you have some experience in that, let me know. So, yes, the rising cost, things are going up. Gas is ridiculous. Rent is a very other interesting topic, but we are still here and we are still going strong. And another thing I want to lay on your heart that's going up is the cost of hair, actually hair extensions. What I'm finding in the industry now is the packages are having less hair inside, but the price is creeping up $1 or $2. So beware when your braider tells you bring 4 packs instead of 3 packs, there's a reason why. The industry is definitely changing. Okay. All right. So we are going to break for just a second. Stay with me. We're going to watch a cute little commercial and I'll be right back.
The station that plays indie artist music and makes local celebrities. This is WMRR Radio. Host your show on WMRR Radio. Get on air at WMRR Radio, the podcaster station. WMRR Radio, the sponsors and advertiser station. Grow your business with WMRR Radio. Start a career in radio. WMRR Radio broadcast training going on now. Register today. Stay tuned and tune in to the Ms. Ross Radio Show on WMRR Radio, Miami.
Get in the indie artist mix with Ms. Ross, broadcasting live from your location. 15 minutes of commercial-free indie.
All right, thanks for watching that, and we had to pay a few bills around here. Thank you. That one was about sponsoring. If you'd like a spot on our show or any of the other MRR radio shows, just reach out and let us know. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about Athena. That's me. And I want to answer some of the questions that I've been getting from you all about where I've been, where I went, why I went there, and what's been going on. So I'm going to answer them as best I can. There's a full write-up that's in the Braid Boss magazine. Yes, ma'am. There was no commercial shown on the live. There's no commercial on the live feed. The commercial's just on the FM radio feed. So you guys just got mute. I'm sorry. But that commercial that we did show was about how to advertise your business on WMMR radio. So if you're interested in doing that, you can let us know. We're streaming a couple of different ways. We're streaming on my personal Athena Profit Facebook Live. We're streaming on WMMR online, and we're also on WMMR Radio FM. So thanks for paying attention. I really like that. So again, just a little bit of tea on me. As you all know, I've been here in Atlanta braiding. Well, first, I'm from Atlanta. I am a Georgia peach. I'm from the ATL. But I've been here braiding since 2006, back when I was a police officer. I started braiding then, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Hey, Miss Sherry, good to see you. Thanks for joining. I've been braiding it for a while, back when I was a cop. Shout out to my brothers and sisters in blue who are on here. Blue forever. You all know that. Love you. Thanks for watching and supporting me as always. But we opened several locations. I had 2 civilian locations here in Atlanta, one in Sandy Springs, one in Fayetteville, and then I also had 8 military locations. So at the peak of Strands of Beauty, we had 10 brick and mortar locations running at the same time. My staff was 65 braiders and stylists, and we were in 3 different states. We had Fort Benning, Fort Gordon, Joint Base Charleston. Hey, Sasha, how are you? Joint Base Charleston, Shaw Air Force Base. We had, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, 3 locations on Fort Jackson and Fort Leavenworth. So we were all over the place doing our thing. And after that, lots of things happened to me personally. I had to make some adjustments in my personal life. I have 2 lovely little girls. Shout out to my beautiful angels. SNN, you know who you are. I love you so much. Would not be doing this without you. After that, things happened, things changed, and I went back west to where I went to college out in Arizona. Shout out to all you Sun Devils out there, Arizona State, all the way forever. Sarge, hey Sarge, how are you? Thanks for coming on. Good to see you. I'm sure you're not a sergeant anymore right now, but you'll always be my sergeant. Thanks for joining. So after that, life happened. My mother got very, very sick, and my little brother, who is really my twin, we kind of wish we were actually twins, but we're kind of twins. Charlita, love you too. Hey, hon, that's my other sister there. But okay, so my mother got sick. I ended up going back to Arizona to do what I thought was gonna be just let's help mom along. She just wanted some attention, and we were gonna give that to her because she's always been in pretty good health, So I closed all the salons when I was going through my personal things in my former marriage that I will write a little bit more about in the Braid Boss magazine. There's an article in there that really goes in depth into what happened with that, but that's over with. After that was over with, my mother got sick. I moved back to Phoenix and then started kind of taking care of her. And that was going along until one day, we made these kind of agreements. So mom and I would take each other out. And we were taking each other out. How it worked is one Friday night, we would go to my favorite place in the Valley and she would pay. And then the next Friday night, we would go to her favorite place in the Valley and I would pay. And that's what we would do. And we would just kind of talk. And I was finally at an age and a point in my life when I had some serious girl talk with my mom. This was like woman to woman talk. We talked about my divorce. We talked about the kids. We talked about her divorce with my dad, who you all know, former Atlanta Falcon running back. We talked about all of those things. Well, the last night, it was my turn. I paid and we went to her favorite place in Phoenix. And we came back, and when I parked my car, I parked to where the back of it was on a ravine and something just said back in. So I just backed in. And then when she opened her door, it looked like she was dancing. So I said, "Oh, mom, you had a good time tonight, girl." And by the time I could say, "Oh, you really had a good time tonight," she hit the ground and she fell and she couldn't move after that. the paramedics came, they eventually got her back up and moving around. But that was the beginning of me having the pleasure, and I really mean the pleasure, of taking care of her. It is one of my most honorable moments, next to, I mean, right up there on the same plane of getting my uniform, being a police officer, having my girls, like all of the honorable things that I've done in my life. Taking care of my mother during her illness was one of the most honorable things that I am just so grateful to have the pleasure of doing. While I'm on it, let me give a public thank you to Pastor Russell, to Charlita, Mama Gail, to all of the people who supported us through that. I would not be sitting in this chair if it were not for you all. Thank you very much to my team, my braiders, who kept on braiding, who kept on loving me through it. Sasha, you're one of those. I see you on here. Keisha Little is one of those who was right there during that time. Thank you all for what you did to make that happen. After that, I brought my mother home. It was a very long story about ups and downs, and I'll put more of that in the magazine article about just helping her through her illness, and how me being able to braid, having this as a skill, pursuing this as a business, allowed me to be there. It really did. If I had to punch a clock, if I didn't have my own business, if I was not braiding, I would not have been able to care for her. We would have had to put her in a facility, which was not happening. Okay? Never. So, I talk about that more, and that's really one of the major reasons why I really stand with having your own business, being able to do what you love so it doesn't feel like you're working. And there may come a time in your life where you have to take care of someone that you love. You want to make sure that you can do that. And I just have to say that being able to braid my way through caring for my mother, braid my way through her death. I believe if I was not braiding hair, I probably would have gone nuts when she transitioned. Shout out to my little brother, who was just like my twin, and all the people who have been there to support me through that. It just wouldn't have happened if I wasn't doing this thing I do with my fingers. So braiding hair. So braiders, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. So back to the story. After that, on my mother's deathbed, about 3 days before she passed, right before she stopped talking, she whispered in my ear, no matter what happens to her, that I had to promise her that I would keep on braiding, she said, quote, "You go back and you keep making those ladies pretty for me." And that was kind of one of the last things that she really said to me. Hey, Mr. Gary, I see you on. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. That was kind of one of the last things that she said to me. And I'm doing that. So I'm back here in Atlanta. It's been a very long ride, coming back, but it's working out. I'm loving it. I'm braiding. My clients are very, very happy. I got a lot of mixed emotions. Like, why did you leave us? We're so glad you're back. So we're back and up and running. The salon is open, and the Strands of Beauty Network is recruiting and expanding. You don't have to come into the salon. You don't have to do some of the things that you've done before if you've ever worked here. It's really cool. And we are promoting braiders who are entrepreneurs. Okay. So that's a little bit of tea on me. If you have a question, put it in the chat. You can log on. I'm accepting comments on all of the WMMR radio platforms. You can also drop something on the live if you're watching. Thank you to all of you all who are watching the live tonight. I really appreciate it. We are here in the WMMR studio. We're going to take another break. Drop your comments if you have them, and I am happy to answer your questions. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Thank you all for watching and waiting. All right, so I have to shout out to my girls who are logging on, Soma and Naya. I love you girls. Thank you so much. My support team. Speaking of my support team, I have to say thank you to all of the people who have supported this whole thing in the aftermath of my mother's passing. And I'm making that a big deal. Again, I told you all tonight, this one is dedicated to her because it really is a part of me fulfilling my promise to her. There were so many people that made the Atlanta transition come true. There are people that made the Atlanta transition remain true. I've said my brother a million times, Charlitha, Tells, thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you. So many others that I just have to say thank you to. And this one is for y'all. So another shout. So now we're going to get to our braider shout outs. Braider and beauty. Okay. So since we were in North Carolina with the North Carolina A&T Register, I am so proud of those students up there at North Carolina A&T that have decided to braid those students in their area and on campus at an affordable price. We're going to stay in North Carolina and give a shout out to, she doesn't know I'm going to do this, but Alyssa Glory for Alyssa Glory Hair. She has been one of my absolute longest tree braid clients that I met back in a long time ago, like 2008. She has gotten in her car and driven from Charlotte just about every single time for me to do her hair. I love her. I appreciate her. And she has a human hair bundle business. The name of her business is Alyssa Glory Hair. You can find her on Facebook under Alyssa Glory. If you can't find her, just reach out to me and I'll help you out. Also, my braiders. I've got one of my lovely ladies on here, Sasha. Sasha Andrews is an amazing braider. Has been with Strands Beauty for a while. She's done she's branched off to do her own thing, but she is amazing. And she makes her own products that are also amazing. Gotta call your girl. So that is where we are tonight. Y'all got some tea on me. Y'all got some information on these braiders. And I really mean it, braiders, really. If you need help, please get the help. And oh yes, horror stories is where we are gonna leave off tonight. I'm gonna talk about a horror story. This one is in reference to both the salon owner and the person getting their hair done. This is a true story. So I have a braider who is brand new. Normally when you're brand new, that means you don't know what you're doing yet. So the braider comes in and I say, all right, we're going to get you trained on this particular technique so that number one, you can have more clients. And then number two, you can have the confidence that you know what you're doing so that you can have more clients. Because don't tell anybody, but if you do someone's hair and it's wrong, you're going to have to do it again anyway. So just come in, get the training, get what you need, get your certification, and then you can do as many people as you want. And on top of that, you're gonna get paid to learn. Isn't that amazing? So this is the message that is sent to this braider. And do you all want to hear what the message back is? If you haven't noticed, you can probably guess who the salon owner is. Yeah, it was me. The message back says, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with the pay that you're going to pay me in order to train. I'm going to pass. Now, Anyone that's ever worked at Strands of Beauty knows that we just don't turn braiders loose on unsuspecting clients. If you are here and you're getting a service where we're practicing, we're going to tell you that. You're not ever going to walk into anything that has anything to do with me or Strands of Beauty and get blindsided where you think you're getting one thing and you're really getting something else. So I want to hear from you all. Those of you that know me already know what happened. But I'd like to know, is that something that you appreciate? Is that something that you want? Have you ever gone in to get your hair done or even your nails done or some type of service? And you kind of have that feeling like, I think this person might be new, but they're still charging you full price only to find out that you were right. The person was new. They didn't know what they were doing. And the irritating thing is, if they would have just told you, you would have been okay with them practicing. Has anyone been through that? If so, let me know. And I also want to know what you think about how we do things at Strands of Beauty, because I'm really particular about clients getting their hair done and getting it done right. So I want to know what you think. Okay? Shoot me an email. You can respond in any of the comments. You can go to WMRR online and leave me a message there, or you can email it to us at strandsofbeauty, info@strandsofbeauty.com. I'd love to hear from you. All right. And that's going to wrap us up for tonight. If you have anything you want to add or something that you want to talk about, please reach out to me, info@strandsofbeauty.com, or any of our other outlets. You can go to WMRR Radio Online or strandsofbeauty.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time.